Shamudra, Shamudra. What's happening, man?
What's going on?
For Shamudra? Did I pronounce that right? How is it pronounced?
Hold on. I'm tripping.
You're in the wrong what?
Yeah.
Yeah, that ain't me, G.
That one right there. See, all the way up there.
Alright, y'all be cool. Oh man, this dude is in my Uber. They got in the wrong ride and my man got in the wrong ride. Oh shoot. What is happening? For Shamudra?
Shamudra, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna pull up just a little bit. There you go. Okay. Oh man, that was too funny. Good morning.
Good morning.
Going to the Hindu temple of Wisconsin?
Yep.
You guys got in the wrong car.
Yeah.
They came and got in the car.
Yeah, it's confusing. Both are white and like,
Yeah.
I think they came like one after another, so.
Oh man. How you guys doing this morning?
Good. Then I asked him like, you don't look the same.
Yeah, that guy showed me the driver and I was like, yeah, no, that's not me.
Yeah, you don't look the same. I asked him, what's your name?
That is funny. I have a question for you.
Yeah.
So I have a good friend of mine. I believe he's studying Hinduism.
I see.
But I don't know what is the core of the religion. What is Hinduism?
Yeah, so Hinduism, like one of the religions that's started from Asia,
Okay.
mainly in South Asia, and historically considered one of the oldest religion.
Mm-hmm.
If you consider the name, that started from India. So India had a river called Sindhu, and most of the ancient population that practiced Hinduism lived near the river Sindhu, and that's why they are called Hindus. I mean, that's a dialect that changed by the time, and that's why it's called Hindu.
Okay. So it was a person, or what was it?
Oh,
what was it close by that they lived by?
It's the interesting fact about the Hinduism is like it was not created by a single person or preached by a single person, rather than it's called like something eternal that's there has been for unknown history. So that was not spreaded by a single preacher.
Really?
So what we believe, there is one supreme God, and under him there are many. I should not say demigod, but there are many gods under him. But there is one supreme God, and that's the belief. So yeah.
Okay. How is Christ, or how is Jesus viewed from the perspective of Hindu?
I mean, that's different from like many other religions there. I think because the scriptures that are written, that's far older than the time of Jesus Christ. So
The scriptures that Hindus okay.
that believes
Believe on.
that's
Okay.
more older because I say that's the oldest
Yeah.
religion belief that's been there. So it does not mention in the texts. That's the reason. But I think I'm not aware of mention of other religions specifically in the Hinduism. But what the Hinduism teaches is like religion is like something that you perform day-to-day basis. Like it's like performing your duties and responsibilities rather than like it's something that's like someone's identity or race. It's rather more like related to that you're performing responsibilities and those kind of stuff.
Gotcha.
So yeah.
Okay.
So that's a different viewpoint that I understand.
Got you. So Hindu is one of the oldest forms of what we know as religion.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mostly it's practiced mostly in the Indian subcontinent region. The major share lives in the India. It has the largest Hindu population, and some other countries in Asia. Like there are few percentage in Bangladesh, Indonesia,
Okay.
Nepal, and those kind of things.
Got you.
Yeah.
So Hindus worship God, the Creator, and not any other. What do you call it? Like statue or nothing like anything. Like that, or
So
what?
the worship process is like we worship through statue. How we do that is like we believe that we assume life inside a specific statue and assume the statue as a god. Yeah.
So what is the statue?
So as I said, that there is no statue for the Supreme God, but the Supreme God has many forms. Like one God can be like maybe air. One God can be like water. Like there are gods that has different forms of nature, and they have their own statues. But the Supreme God has no statue. Yeah.
So Hindu worship the Supreme God.
So there are two parts. That's a bit complex in how do we pray.
Okay.
So the praying process involves between praying one form of nature to reach the Supreme God. So like today is the occasion of one of the gods. So that's why we are going to the Hindu temple. So how do we worship is like we worship one form of nature. So today's form of nature is kind of like she is the energy that involves in the world. So she's one of the form of energy that revolves in the world. So we worship that energy form of the God today, and this is how it's connected.
So how do you choose which day to worship what?
So it depends on astronomical calendars. So there are certain calendars that mention about this day is better day to worship this God. Yeah.
So how many different gods do you worship?
So so there are like different nature forms, right? And in the scripture, it's like there can be the nature forms of the exact number is like 330 million if you count like elements of nature. So but there is only one Supreme God.
Okay, so there's different elements of nature that you worship?
So it's not like that, but there are many energy forms that exist in the nature. Some is for better things, some not for better things, and some is like some is one element is air, another element is water. Mostly that involves we as Hinduism. What I think is like sometimes we worship one form of nature more than the other, and it's more celebrated in particular regions because subcontinent has a long, I mean, a big region, and not all people basically worships all gods. So it's like very specifically confined. Like I come from the region where very few gods are worshipped regularly. So mainly the important forms of nature that's worshipped regularly. So and as I mentioned, that the Supreme God has no form or no statue of him, but he has so many elements in the nature that exists, and we basically pray one of those elements. And they are these festivals are basically continuous, like they happen throughout the
year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how come why worship the elements instead of just the Supreme God?
Yeah. So I mean, there are multiple beliefs. Like so me myself, when someone talks to me, I also prefer to worship the Supreme God too. So but there are many I can for sure say that they also worship many gods, and this is how it works. But I think it's more like what their religion belief is, and yeah, and that's how it spreads. It's not very specifically the idea of Hinduism is like you have many ways to go to point A to point B, but you can take multiple routes to go to the point B. So this is what the idea is from Hinduism.
So like there's multiple ways to get to the airport. Is that highway?
You can go to this way, even you can go to the highway,
or just take the side street.
Yeah.
Or the back route.
Yeah. So Hinduism is like that. So there's multiple ways to go to the airport, and you can go to multiple routes. It's your own decision that which route you want to go for.
So you can choose which route you want to take.
Yep. And that's
interesting.
Yeah, that's interesting part of Hinduism. That's very different than other religions.
And we also believe that the Supreme God actually lives inside the human and nature. So if you praise the human, if you praise the nature, then you are actually praising the God. That's why the different elements are praised throughout the year.
Yeah, it's like being good with someone is also like trying to making please God too, because just for reason what we believe that like every person has a God, element of God in himself or herself. So just to be good with another person, or trying to be good with another person is like to please God is also a part of religious process. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, I understand that.
What is the book that Hindus read from? What is the?
So the oldest scripture is Vedas. Vedas. So Vedas.
Vedas.
Yeah, Vedas. So and the second book that all Hindus keep their home is like Gita. So.
Okay.
So these are the two books that follow.
Okay. And you guys don't read the Bible, the Bible, right? Or do you?
I've read a few times, but not like the whole scripture.
Okay.
But I can understand that the belief is should be a lot different than what's in the Hinduism, because all the Abrahamic religions
Mhm.
are kind of similar, right?
Are they?
I mean, they have kind of a similar
Mm-hmm.
pathway, I think,
Mhm.
or belief,
Okay.
what I understand.
Just good here?
Yeah, that's fine. Yep. Thank
Okay.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh. All right, you guys take care.
Yeah, thank you.
You too.
Have a nice day.
You too. So, Hindus believe that there are many ways to get to God. But what I believe and what I study in the scriptures of the Holy Bible is that there's only one God and there's only one mediator between God and man, and that's Jesus Christ. And Jesus said, no man comes to the Father but by me. So Jesus is telling us that there is no back door, there is no other way to get to God. There isn't many ways. There's only one way to get to Jesus. There's only one way to get to God, and that's through Jesus Christ. But because Hindu is one of the oldest religions, that's what they believe, that's what they practice in.